Hakan. He's 100% explosive, 0% fuse. The Piraka are iconic LEGO sets, but does Hakan hold up after all these years? Is he really a good set? Well, let's discuss. And let's check out the parts selection in this set. We'll see how you can use them in some MOCs. We'll take a look at a sweet revamp of Hakan. There's a lot in store. Hold on to your butts. Hakan has a lot to be excited about. His explosive color scheme is rather charming. Yeah, it's just two different shades of red, a lighter one and a darker one. I guess you could look at that and think, eh. But no, it might seem fairly simple, but we've never really seen something like this before. Most of the time on the red Bionicle sets, the red was accented with orange, or dark grey. This is actually a mix we'd not seen. It feels fresh, it feels hot and dangerous, like fire. And it reminds me of different lizards. And given that that is kind of the inspiration for the Piraka, I suppose it seems fitting. I think this works well. I also really dig this weapon, a kind of souped up industrial welding torch. That is such a cool idea for a weapon on a fire villain. So much of this guy feels fresh and different, I love it. And like all of the Piraka, the weapon can be flipped around and become a brand new weapon. This time it's a big old pincer claw. Now there's only a few gunmetal pieces adorning this character, but gosh, don't they look so nice? They beautifully accent those two shades of red, it's so good. Now each Piraka had a unique rubber face, which also kind of doubled as a spine, and it looks wonderful. I do quite like these little bumps on the chin. They could be sort of like warts or something, but I see it more as like stubble, like he's a bit unshaven. He's hard edge, you know? I think it's a nice touch. Oh, but these light up eyes. Mate, this is freaking sick. It's such a shame that LEGO kind of phased out this piece, or phased out the idea of light up pieces for Bionicle. Just imagine all the other pieces that we could have seen. Imagine if every Makuta had light up eyes. I can see it now. Armor pieces that lit up. Masks that light up. Oh, dude, it would have been so sick. But, you know, in the meantime, this looks pretty good. And hey, it is always a blast. Ah, it's a pun, I didn't mean that. It's always very fun to launch the Zamisphere. Peak design right here. But alright, the set's good. What about the pieces? Good question. Let's take a look. I'm gonna kick it off with these two elements. The rubber spine and the feet. Because I got a mock here by Eclipse Caller that uses both of them at the same time. Yeah, mixing them up, it creates this very demonic appearance. It's creepy, it's gross, but it looks awesome. Something about it almost looks like it's mutating, or like it's these exposed guts that are sprawling out everywhere. It almost looks like he's got some sort of infection. This looks like so many different things, and all of them create such a distinct aesthetic. Typically your Bionicle pieces look very robotic and mechanical, but looking at these parts, they feel so organic, almost fleshy. That's not an aesthetic that's easy to pull off with Bionicle pieces, but hey, apparently using these two pieces, it becomes a very easy thing to do. It still takes a bit of skill to pull it off and integrate it into a larger mock, but dude, this is sick. Get those pieces and do something similar yourself. Hakan's blaster is up next, and check it out. The lightsaber bar at the very end, you can swap that out for any other color. And it really does transform the look and feel of this piece. Now it integrates pretty nicely with this green dude. This is your sign. Get Hakan, take his blaster, swap out that lightsaber bar, and put it on any other mock. There's so much room to customize this piece, and I like that. What about the Piraka skull? This is a piece that is meant to glow in the dark, but I don't know, after all these years, it's kind of stopped doing that. I've heard tell that you can kind of wash off the glow in the dark on this piece, and I guess that's kind of what happened here. I've also heard that the older material that LEGO used for their old glow in the dark pieces is mildly toxic. So do be careful, don't be putting this piece in your mouth. Anyway, how can we use this in a mock? Well, JK Brickworks has turned them into hooves on a horse. And I tell you what, this piece matches the shape of a hoove way better than you'd expect. Talk about your nice part usage. Now, this mock actually does gallop and move. If you want to check it out, I recommend taking a look at the links below and heading over to JK Brickworks' page. The dude's a great guy as well, it's worth giving him a follow, and all of his MOCs are so good. And while you're there, take a look at the links to the other MOCs I've already talked about, and the ones we still have to see. Like this one. This brilliant MOC here by Hong Guangjong, if you take a look at the arm, well, it's using this piece. The two of them are just linked together on one of these double-sided sockets. A simple technique, nothing complex whatsoever, but it looks cool. Sometimes the really simple techniques are the ones that look the best. So all in all, the part selection is not so bad. But I know what you've been waiting for. You want to take a look at that sick revamp of Hakan? Well, I got you covered. Here it is. It's made by Poor Disadvantaged. Dude, just look at this face. Still using the same spine, but changing out the skull for some gears. The sharper edges of those gears give this a much more sinister, evil look. And then getting this CCBS armor shell in gunmetal, a piece that you often saw on some of the Skull villain sets from G2. Yo, does that not make the best helmet ever? Couple that with all the other gunmetal armor all over the MOC? Oh, this is fantastic. I mentioned before how good the gunmetal pieces look on the original set, but there's not that many. Really upping the amount here was a stroke of genius. This looks so much more demonic and hellish. Even the inclusion of that little tail. Mate, this is such a hardcore metal design. I mean, even the stand below being lava and volcanic rock. Dude looks like a bat out of hell. Turning him into hellspawn like this? Clever. And then the blaster. Yeah, sure, the look and feel of it, it's dope. But I really like that orange tube and what I believe is a trans-red cockpit. Or like a windscreen piece. The inclusion of that really makes it feel like he pumps in lava into the weapon, and it converts it into some sort of like plasma bolt that fires out of the blaster. Bro, that's hardcore. But I'm very much drawn to these barrels on the chest. Perhaps it's some sort of like improvised explosive device, or ammo for the blaster. Whatever it is, the aesthetic of it on his waist, oh, it looks good. I just think that's a very nice touch. Actually, you know, turning him into a bit more of like seemingly an explosives expert, it fits. It's nice. This might just be the best revamp of Hakan in existence. It's very impressive. So, that's Hakan. What are your thoughts on this set? Well, let me know in the comments below. And again, take a look at the links in the description below. There you can see more from the builders that I spoke about today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. So do be careful, don't put the... I have smart bricks charging next to me, and they just keep making noises. I'm not even touching them. What is happening?